Hardest thing about bipolar disorder is really just catching it. And I hate to say just because it can take a while to catch it. Some people wait 10 to 15 years for an accurate diagnosis, and I think that that's 95% of the problem. But once you have this diagnosis, you can live a life where you're doing everything that you want to do. You can live your best life. Bipolar disorder doesn't have to stop a single thing. And if you have a friend who's bipolar or a loved one who's bipolar, I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can support them. Number 1, help them get sleep or stress how important sleep is. This can look different for everybody. If you have a friend who is constantly on the go, they're doing a lot of cross-country traveling, they're working night shift, then they're flipping a day shift, then they're in school and they're doing all these different things. It could be helpful to check in on them and just ask, hey, you been sleeping? Are you good? Are you okay? Do you need me to help you out with anything? Just checking on you, just making sure that you're getting sleep. That's the reason why I wear this Oura ring right here. I didn't mean to flick y'all off, my bad. But that's why I wear this Oura ring right here, just to make sure that I get good sleep. Because without sleep, you go without sleep for too long, you can bet your bottom dollar. At some point, you'll start to hear voices. And at some point, psychosis is coming for you. So for anybody, not just for people who have bipolar disorder, sleep is important. Number 2, encourage medication compliance. And what I mean by this is that it could be helpful to check in on your friends, provided that y'all have that type of relationship where you can keep it real. It could be helpful to check in on your friends and just ask, hey, are you good? You've been taking your meds? And what I like to do is I have ADHD, so I am open about talking about my medication. So I'll talk to the homies and I'll be like, hey, man, I took my Adderall. You took your meds? You good? You took your lithium? You took your Depakote? You pick up anything for you from CVS? I got you. Just holler. Just let me know. Any way that I can support you, just let me know. One of the tricky things about bipolar disorder is that a lot of times when people start to feel better, they think that they don't need the medications. A lot of people who have bipolar disorder are so capable, and without meds, it could look like they don't need it. And sometimes, not often, but sometimes you can do good without meds, depending on if it's bipolar 1 or bipolar 2. And even if you're not taking medications, it's helpful to have that rapport with your provider to where you can ask your doctor, can I taper my medications off after a while? Can I do it in conjunction with you? Can we slowly cut down on the meds just to see how well I'll do? There's nothing wrong with that. Some folks are able to cut down to where they don't need medications as much, or they need just a small dosage. So whatever the game plan is, just make sure you check in with your doctor and you get that right. Number 3, last but not least, this one could be a controversial one. Ask how things are going in their love life. And the reason why I say this is because heartbreak can be one of the things that leads to a manic episode. So a lot of things can lead to a manic episode. I'm thinking of substance use. I'm thinking of lack of sleep. I'm thinking of changing schedules. A lot of different things can lead to mania. But heartbreak can actually lead to mania. So checking on your people who have bipolar disorder and just checking to see how things are going in their relationship. If there's any way that you can be a friend who can be a source of support to them while they're going through a hard time. If you know that they're going through a difficult divorce, this is a really good time to check in on them and make sure that they're taking care of themselves. Are you sleeping? You eating? You taking your meds? Are you making time for exercise? Are you making time to connect with people? And are you making time to go outside and touch grass? You want to go outside and go for a walk or play some basketball or throw frisbee around? These are all the key things. The small key things, but key things nonetheless.